When it comes to choosing the right bread, many of us are torn between wheat bran bread and white bread. Both have their loyal followers, and it's easy to see why. They are staples in many households and are used in everything from French toast, croutons, and even sandwiches. Let's start off by making our white bread. Making soft bakery quality white bread at home is easier than you think. So we're going to start off by adding a cup and a third of milk. The milk is lukewarm to our bowl. I am adding 1 tablespoon of sugar. Give it a nice mix and we're going to activate our yeast. 2 teaspoons of yeast on top. Allow the yeast to activate for 5 minutes. Our yeast has been activated. So now I am going to add a 1/4 cup of butter. And the butter is soft to melted. Make sure I get everything in here. 3 cups of bread flour or all-purpose flour, whichever you prefer. 2, 3. We're going to add 1 teaspoon of salt. And I'm going to start mixing this by hand. If you wish to mix it with a spoon, you can. And this is going to be a very sticky mixture, because I want that bread to be very, very light, as you have seen in the intro. Get all the butter in there. And we're going to knead this for about 8 minutes. You want to mix it until the bowl is nice and clean. But I'm going to turn it off on my countertop and I'm going to finish knead it. And while you're watching this, you can also check out the recipe for pumpkin bread, bhaji bread, carrot bread, coconut bread, old-fashioned coconut bread. On my channel, I will leave a link in the description box for it. After 8 minutes of kneading, and it should be nice and smooth just like this. Roll it into a nice ball like this. You have the option of kneading it in the bowl or on the countertop. We're going to leave it in a bowl just like this and allow it to rise for 40 minutes. After 45 minutes, this is what our white bread looks like. Let's turn this off on our counter. Give it a knead. Deflate it. Now we're going to shape it. You can roll the bread and then you roll it into a log like I did the first set of bread, the carrot, pumpkin, coconut bread. Or you can just make a log like this, add it into the pan, and you're going to press it. The pan was greased with some Crisco. You can use lard, butter, oil. The choice is yours. And we're going to press it into every corner. We're going to allow this to rise between 25 to 35 minutes. After 35 minutes, our bread is ready to go into the oven. We are baking this at 355 degrees Fahrenheit for about 35 to 40 minutes. 40 minutes later, here is our delicious white bread. Let's move on to making whole wheat bread. Consuming wheat bran bread is beneficial for digestive health, provides significant amounts of fiber that aids in regularity and a healthier gut. Our next bread is going to be a very soft whole wheat bread. So we are also going to activate our yeast by adding half tablespoon of brown sugar. We are adding 2 teaspoons of yeast. Someone recently asked me, why do I add the yeast activated? And that is because it's already activated when you're kneading the dough. So it's faster, and I find that it gives a better bread or a better yeast leavened product. To this I am adding 1.5 cup of lukewarm water. You can add the yeast dry to the flour, as many of us do. I also do it, but I prefer the activated yeast leavened bread ahead of time. We're going to allow this to be activated for 5 minutes again. Our yeast has been activated, and I'm adding 2 teaspoons of molasses because molasses pairs very well with whole wheat, and molasses also comes from sugar, brown sugar. If you are not using molasses, you can use 1 tablespoon of brown sugar instead. But this gives it a very good flavor, and I also sometimes add malt powder to this. We are also going to add 1/4 cup of melted butter, between softened and melted. 3 cups of bread flour or all-purpose flour. 2, 3. 1 teaspoon of salt. And our key ingredient, whole wheat. This is wheat bran. I am adding 1/2 cup of wheat bran. It won't be whole wheat bread unless you add the wheat, right? And we're going to start mixing this up. We want a very soft dough, softer than the first dough, because we want a very light, moist, fluffy bread. This batter, as you can see, is softer than the first one. And I'm going to keep mixing this for 8 minutes until a gluten has been formed. And after 8 minutes, it should look like this. It's been 7 minutes, so I'm going to dust my surface with a little bit of flour because I don't want to change the recipe. And I'm going to dust it with a little bit of flour above. Not enough flour to change the recipe, but just to bring it together and prevent it from sticking. So we're going to place this into a bowl and let it rise for 45 minutes. After 45 minutes, this is what our whole wheat bread looks like. We're going to deflate it like this. We're going to roll this into a log. And now we're going to place it into our baking pan. Flatten it out like we did our white bread. And we're going to allow it to rise for 35 minutes. This is what our rise looks like after 35 minutes. So we're going to bake this at 360 degrees Fahrenheit for about 30 minutes to 35 minutes to allow it to get a beautiful golden brown. After 40 minutes in the oven, we are left with a beautiful golden brown wheat bread that can be submerged in some butter. And who doesn't like some good homemade bread fresh out of the oven with melted butter? If you have enjoyed baking with me, give the video a thumbs up, a subscribe, share the video, help me to grow my channel, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell another friend, and see you in another recipe.